Neal Maupay stunner inspires Brighton to victory against struggling Watford. A match that started with the stands reverberating to cheers as Roy Hodgson was introduced as Watford's latest manager ended in front of empty seats and with a sixth successive home defeat. Not since 20 November have they won at Vicarage Road, the same day Brighton suffered their last, and indeed only away defeat in the league. Neither run looked likely to end once Neal Maupay had put the visitors in front shortly before the break. Watford's new manager bounce, such as it was, lasted about 15 minutes, came at the start of the second half with the side already a goal down, and had long since fallen flat by the time Adam Webster ended the contest in the 82nd minute. Watford have been in the habit of starting games particularly badly, as their league position suggests they have not been ending them very well either, and it is probably best not to mention the middle period, but here their initial inferiority seemed almost by design. As at West Ham and midweek Hodgson picked four specialist central midfielders at the expense of effective width, a defensive setup perhaps calculated to frustrate their opponents until such time that Ismaila Sarr, who returned from the African Cup of Nations only on Friday, could be risked off the bench and release the shackles. It never convincingly did so, and despite the crowd of central players Adam Lallana seemed able to find pockets of space in the middle, and because of it Brighton's two wing-backs enjoyed plenty of it in wide areas. Danny Welbeck started on his return to the club he represented with little success 2 seasons ago, playing slightly ahead of Neal Maupay in attack, and the former Arsenal forward's movement, sucking defenders towards the goal, at least partially explains the amount of space Maupay enjoyed when picked out by Tariq Lamptey's cross shortly before half-time. He did not seem to strike his half-volley cleanly, but that only helped the ball to spin and dip perfectly into the far corner. Ben Foster had by then saved from both Maupay and Jacob Motor. Pascal Gross had sent a free header wide from Motor's cross, and at the interval Brighton had enjoyed 72% of possession and all 3 shots on target. Watford took quarter of an hour to provide any kind of threat, but the most significant action Robert Sanchez had been forced into was watching Josh King's half-volley, after Keiko Feminia's corner dropped to him in space, sail well over the bar. Having picked a team apparently designed to cede control, Hodgson now had to establish a way to prize it back again. The arrival at the interval of Sarr and Imran Louza had an instant, positive effect. Within 2 minutes Louza had lifted the ball down the right for Sarr to run onto, cut inside and discomfort the Brighton defense, if not in the end their goalkeeper. In the following minutes Louza beat 2 men with a drop of the shoulder, Sarr prodded the ball through a defender's legs and Watford looked, if not genuinely convincing, at least quite fun. This period culminated in the 63rd minute, when the ball dropped to Emmanuel Dennis outside the left-hand corner of the penalty area and he brought it down, beat 3 men, burst into the box, cut inside Lewis Dunk, and lashed a shot into the meat of the crossbar. Within a minute Potter had made 2 changes of his own, and with the arrivals of Yves Bissouma and Alexis Mac Allister the game swung again. Watford's momentum leaked from them long before, at the end of the finest move of the half, Joel Veltman crossed and Motor's half-volley was deflected wide. From the resulting